Today, we'll take up the poem Television by Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl was born on 13 September 1916 and died in 1990. He was a British novelist, story writer, poet, screenwriter, and a wartime fighter pilot. He is basically famous for writing children's book. So, today we are going to take up poem Television. Children, television. I think everyone is aware of what television is and the importance of television in one's life. Today, it has become a very integral and important thing in an individual's life. आप टेलीविजन के बगैर नहीं रह सकते, आप फोन के बगैर नहीं रह सकते, आप खेल के बगैर रह सकते हैं, आप फिजिकली खेल के बगैर रह सकते हैं, बुक्स पढ़े बगैर रह सकते हैं, लेकिन टेलीविजन और मोबाइल फोन के बगैर नहीं रह सकते. तो ये जो पोएम है रोअल्ड डाल की, through this poem, the poet is trying to talk about the positive aspect which is taken up by children and the negative aspect which should be taken up by children but they don't take it. ठीक है, तो इस चीज के बारे में वो एक इस पोएम के थ्रू पोएट ये बात करना चाह रहा है कि टेलीविजन किस तरह से दे आर टेकिंग अवे योर इमेजिनेशन, योर थिंकिंग कैपेसिटी, ओके, और किस तरह से तुम्हारी सोच को, इमेजिनेशन को एक बॉक्स के अंदर बंद कर रहा है. सो लेट्स टेक अप द पोएम. द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग वी हैव लर्नड so far as children are concerned is never let them near your television set, or better still, just don't install the idiotic thing at all. तो बचपन से, from the very childhood, everyone, even we, when we were childhood, our parents used to tell us that never watch television, don't watch televisions. It is not good for your eyes, for your brain, for your senses, for your imagination. It's not good. It will make you dumb. It will make you dull. And you people are also listening it from your parents. Your parents, every day they tell you that don't watch so much of television. So here the poet is saying that from the very beginning, only one important thing we have learned is regarding children. When we are showing concern about children, we say that never. See children, you can see the use of word never and never twice, and that too in capital letters. Okay, so when we are using these capital letters, we are putting stress. Okay, stress is being put here. We put stress by putting these words in capital. So never. So, and they also said it's never to install, and it's better you don't install it. You don't have a television at home. And television is being compared to an idiotic thing. Metaphorically, television is taken up as an idiotic thing. In almost every house we have been, we have watched them gaping at the screen. They loll and slop and lounge about and stare until their eyes pop out. Now he's saying that they act so loll and slop means to act lazily, and lounge about means to be lazy or idle. So he's saying that in almost every house we have seen that how children, they are lazily sitting in front of the television and just with full concentration without moving their eyes here and there, they are watching on the screen. and they will not remove their eyes from the screen until unless their eyes comes out. It happens with you children. तुम लोग टेलीविजन देखना कब बंद करते हो? जब तुम्हारी आंखें थक जाती हैं. Last week in someone's place we saw a dozen eyeballs on the floor. And see, he is creating a humor. Okay, और ये humor कैसा है? Satire का humor है. Last week, satire का मतलब होता है बेटा किसी भी चीज का मजाक उड़ाना, लेकिन किसी भी चीज का मजाक उड़ाना लेकिन एक ह्यूमरस टोन में, ताकि सामने वाले को बुरा ना लगे. सटायर का यूज कर रहे हैं. लास्ट वीक इन समवन्स प्लेस वी सॉ अ डजन आईबॉल्स ऑन द फ्लोर. इट मीन्स कि वो किसी पोएट बताता है कि मजाक में ही कहता है कि भाई मैं किसी घर गया था लास्ट वीक और देखा कि वहां पे बहुत सारे डजन्स ऑफ आईबॉल्स फ्लोर पे हैं, यानी कि लोग कंटिन्यूअसली वहां पे टेलीविजन देख रहे थे और इसका नतीजा है कि उनके आईबॉल्स फ्लोर पे आके गिर गए. They sit and stare and sit until they are hypnotized by it, until they are absolutely drunk with all that shocking, ghastly junk. Now he's saying that वो बैठ के टेलीविजन देखते हैं, उठ के टेलीविजन देखते हैं, लेकिन कंटिन्यूअसली उसको देखते रहते हैं. ऐसा लगता है कि उस टेलीविजन उनको हिप्नोटाइज कर दिया है, अपने वश में कर लिया है. They have hypnotized them until they are absolutely drunk. Drunk means बिल्कुल उनको होश नहीं होता है. They continuously watch all those ghastly junks. Ghastly junk means all the useless things. Oh yes, we know it keeps them still. They don't climb out the windowsill. They never fight or kick or punch. They leave you free to cook the lunch and wash the dishes in the sink. But do you ever stop to think, to wonder just exactly what this does to your beloved tot? Now he is questioning the parents at home that these children, you feel happy or you feel relaxed. Parents feel happy or relaxed when they keep their children engaged with television. जब उनके बच्चे टेलीविजन से engaged होते हैं तो they feel very happy. Because they feel very not happy, they feel very relaxed that, oh yes, they are still there. They are not climbing on the windows. They are not fighting with each other. And you feel, and parents at home, they freely do their work at home. Mothers cook freely, wash dishes, do their cleaning work or household work very comfortably, because children are being glued to the television. They are sitting in front of the television and they won't get up and create nuisance. But the poet puts a question that, do you exactly know that what harm it is doing to your lovely tots? Beloved tots means your children. It rots the sense in the head. Okay, he's saying that it's going to rot the senses on their head. Okay, it rots the sense in the head. It kills imagination dead. It clogs and clutters up the mind. Okay, so he's saying, see, again he is writing these lines in capital letters. Okay, can you see this? All written in capital letters. Why he has written them in capital letters? Because he want to stress, he want to put stress that what harm it is causing. Okay, it rots the sense in the head. Your little children's, their imagination capacity, their thinking capacity, everything gets destroyed. It clogs and clutters, it gets blocks. Okay, and too much of it is blocked with too much of unnecessary things in their mind. Because television always never gives you those information which is required for you all. Okay, now, again it is in capital letter. It makes a child so dull and blind, he can no longer understand a fantasy, a fairyland. His brain becomes as soft as cheese. His powers of thinking rust and freeze. He cannot think, he only sees. Now the poet is saying, now again he has used C capital letters. He's putting stress that what happens to your children when they are continuously watching television. It makes them dull. They become blind. If they no longer understand things because they are not using their minds, they're just sitting in front of television and they're just blindly seeing what is going on. They don't possess that capacity to judge what is wrong, what is right. They just want to see the pictures and go with it. He can no longer understand a fantasy, a fairyland. He's not able to enjoy, he's not able to understand what fantasy is, what imagination, what fairyland stories are, because his brain becomes as soft as cheese. Now brain is being compared to, it becomes as soft as a cheese. A simile is being used here. Okay, his powers of thinking rust and freeze, and his power of thinking, it becomes rust. Okay, what happens to iron when it is exposed to air and water? It gets rust. In the same way, your child's thinking capacity, imagination capacity, all gets rusted, and it's totally frozen. He cannot think, he only sees. He stops his brain and his only eyes are moving. He's becoming dull. Now, all right, you'll cry. All right, you'll all say. But if we take the set away, what shall we do to entertain our darling children? Now you say that, all right, don't worry, you'll cry. You will cry now. You don't worry about it. But what will happen, children, that how these children will entertain themselves if we take away the television from them? Because they have forgotten other games. This continuously watching television, it has made them forgot all the physical activities. Please explain. Now he's saying that what these children will do if their television is being removed. They won't have anything to entertain themselves. So he's saying that please explain me what they are going to do. Well, answer this by asking you. He's saying that you will get this answer by asking yourself. What use the darling wants to do? What use the darling wants to do? So he's saying that what use to kids before television was so popular? How children used to entertain themselves? How used they keep themselves contented before this monster was invented? Now again, see, television is being compared to monster. Initially it was compared to idiot. Now it is being compared to a monster. So he was saying that how children used to keep themselves satisfied when this television was not invented, when this monster was not invented. Have you forgotten? Don't you know? We'll say it very loud and slow. Now he's saying that I think you all have forgotten it. Don't you know about it? That we used to keep ourselves entertained before television was there. And he says that we are going to say it very loudly and slowly. Why loudly and slowly? So that it becomes very clear and our entertainment modes which we used previously is heard and it gains prominence. जो वो मेथड्स हमारे एंटरटेनमेंट के थे वो सबको अच्छे से सुनाई पड़े. They, now again it in capital letters. See, they used to read. They used to read. They'd read and read and read and read, then proceed. Now he's saying that what they used to do, they used to read. Books were their best friends. It was like their entertainment. Books were like television to them. And then proceed to read some more. Great Scott, Gadzooks. One half their lives was reading books. The nursery shelves held books galore. Books cluttered up the nursery floor. And in the bedroom by the bed, more books were waiting to be read. Now he's saying that everywhere you could find books. On the bookshelves, on the floor, on the bedrooms, on the bed. Plenty of books were there. Some were to be, some they were reading, some they finished, and some more were waiting to be read. Such wondrous, fine, fantastic tales of dragon, gypsies, queens, and whales, and treasure islands and distant shores where smugglers rode with muffled oars and pirates wearing purple pants. Now he's saying that such beautiful, fine, fantastic stories were there of dragons, gypsies, queens, whales, Cinderella, then Alice in Wonderland, then you have the Bear and the Family. So many beautiful fairy stories were there. The stories of smugglers, and those smugglers, pirates, ships and elephants sailing across. Okay. And these pirates, they used to wear, smugglers used to wear, used to wear purple pants. And cannibals crouching round the pot, and cannibals stirring away something hot, and how these magical storybooks where you could see that elves have elves in the forest, they are on a pot, they are cooking some magical ointment or magical food, anything like that. So all that type of mystery is missing. All those beauty of fairy stories are missing. It smells so good. What can it be? Good gracious, it's Penelope. Now, he's saying, it smells good. What can it be? Good gracious, it's Penelope. Now, he is comparing the books to Penelope. Okay, Penelope was a faithful wife of Odysseus in Homer's Odyssey. Okay, she was very faithful. So these books, they are very faithful. These stories, the beauty of these stories, these books are very faithful to one understand. The younger ones had Beatrix Potter with Mr. Toad, the dirty rotter, and Squirrel Nutkin Pigling Bland, and Mrs. Tiggy Wingle, and just how the camel got his hump, and how the monkey lost his rump, and Mr. Toad and bless my soul, there's Mr. Rat and Mr. Mole. Oh, books, the books they used to know, these children living long ago. Now he's saying that, and young children, they used to have these books. They used to have these character books, Beatrix Potter, Mr. Toad once, then Squirrel Nutkins, Camel Got His Hump. So all these type of the children, they used to read these books. And he's saying that those children living long ago. He says that these type of children, you used to read only books and books. Now it's a story of past. Now you won't find a single children who is in a habit of reading books. Every time television, mobile phones are there to entertain. If you want to see some knowledgeable thing also, you will just switch on your phone and then go to it. But you won't read a book. You won't read a dictionary to know the meaning of it. So this is how, with the coming of mobile phones and television, children are getting away from books. And now reading books among children has become an old story. So please, oh please, we beg, we pray. So now the poet is saying, oh please, we are begging, we are praying, go, throw your TV set away. He's urging to people to go and throw the television sets away. And in its place, you can install a lovely bookshelf on the wall. And what he's saying, that instead of those television, idiot, monster box, just throw it away and put a beautiful bookshelf, and fill it with beautiful, lovely storybooks, with lots of books, ignoring all the dirty looks. And he's saying that ignore all the dirty looks, the television, whatever they are giving. And also, dirty looks also speaks about other people, surrounding people, who won't appreciate your move of reading books instead of television. So just ignore their faces. Let them make faces. Let them speak. But you are going to walk on correct path. You are going to make books your friend, not this idiot monster box. The screams and yells, the bites and kicks, and children hitting you with sticks, fear not, because we promise you that in about a week or two, or having nothing else to do, they'll now begin to feel the need of having something to read. And don't worry, if television is being thrown out, if your siblings, your friends, they are disturbing you, they are kicking you, they are hitting you, don't worry about them. One day, finally, they will also realize, they will get tired of fighting, shouting, hitting. And what they will do? They will realize the importance of reading books in their life. And they will also come and sit with you. That in about a week or two, or having nothing else to do, they'll now begin to feel the need of having something to read. They will also gradually develop the reading habit, but you have to keep patience. You have to try. And once they start, oh boy, you watch the slowly growing joy that fills their hearts. Now, once the television is being thrown out, you can find that slowly there is too much of joy, inner pleasure, a growth is there that fills their hearts. They'll grow to so keen, they'll wonder what they'd never seen. And they will be surprised to know that through these past years, they have just wasted their life by watching television, by keeping their imagination within boxes. And by reading books, they are now opening their horizons. अपने सोचने की, imagination की जो capacity है उसको increase कर रहे हैं, करेंगे by reading beautiful books. They'll wonder what they had never seen, and they will wonder that they have not seen such beauty and joy in past years in that ridiculous machine. And the pleasure which they will derive from reading books, they will realize that while watching television, that ridiculous machine, it didn't give them so much of pleasure as reading books gave them. That nauseating means sickening, foul, unclean, repulsive television screen. See, these adjectives are being used for television. Nauseating, foul, unclean, repulsive, television screen. Okay, so television is being acknowledged. Metaphor words are being used, adjectives are being used for the television. It's so dirty, it's so bad. So you can see children by these metaphors like idiots and a monster, and adjectives like nauseating, foul, unclean, repulsive, then ridiculous machine. All these words, they are denoting that television is a very bad and injurious thing, and one should try to keep away from oneself from it. And later, each and every kid will love you more for what you did. And the poet is saying that, parents, if you throw away this television and make your children follow the same path which you did, make them follow the same entertainment patterns of reading books, reading books which you used to do when you were children, you will realize that what a beautiful future you have given to your children. Okay, and every kid, every children, when they will also realize it, when you'll put the habit of reading in them, they will also realize the beauty of living, the joy of reading, the joy of reading. Okay, and how their imaginative thinking capacity grows, their capacity of being sensitive towards things, it increases, and they will love you more for what you have done. And what you have done, parents, he's saying that you remove this television from their life, and they will love you more than ever. Okay, thank you.